Hey everybody, how's it going? I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about some ways to prevent the elbow escape when you're in somebody's mount. So if you would, please Guillermo, lay down. Awesome. So generally, if I know how the elbow escape works, there's a few things I can do in order to prevent it from happening. As Guillermo goes for the elbow escape, what he wants to do is get his elbow and his knee together, pushing my leg over the top of his so that he can ultimately end up back in guard. But the very first part of this, I know that he's going to go for the elbow escape because he starts to turn his head. And if I know that he needs to turn his head, I also know that if I keep him from turning his head, it's going to make this more difficult. So one of the things I've started doing, go back, Guillermo, is as he starts to go for the elbow escape, I just kind of straighten out my arm and I off-center his head. I just take his head slightly off-center. So go ahead, try to elbow escape. It's a little more difficult. If he goes back the other way, starts to go the other side, I just kind of take his head again off-center. I take his spine out of alignment, and it's very difficult for him to finish the elbow escape. So as I was playing with this, though, I would meet people that are extremely stubborn. And even though I had their head off-center, they would continue to work for the elbow escape. And sometimes they were still able to get out, even if their head was out of alignment. Now, most of the time, in order to prevent this, I would come back over here, scoop the elbow, and climb. But by doing that, I was letting go of the head and making it easier for him to get to the elbow escape position. So what I started doing was this. As he goes for the elbow escape, I straighten him out. If I feel that they're persistent and still continuing to try to get the elbow escape, this other hand comes over, holds the head in place. I come over, I grab the wrist, I grab underneath the tricep, and I lift and I climb. One more time. So as he starts to go for the elbow escape, I straighten him out. If he's persistent on the elbow escape, I hold the head in place, hand comes under, lift, and I climb my knees, and I'm starting to achieve the high mount. Now, a lot of people will say, well, isn't there a risk of the trap and roll? You have your head right up here, and yes, if he grabs my arm here and does the trap and roll, it's possible that I could get rolled. But if I know the most common behaviors, then I can be thinking about those as I'm doing my move. So as I'm here and he's working, I feel his elbow on my knee. I know he's going for the shrimp escape or the elbow escape. And what I know is that most of the time, if they feel like they're making progress, they're going to keep doing it. If for some reason he sees this arm and he wants to go for the trap and roll, I'm ready to abandon ship. And then a lot of times I'll climb. As his hands start to reach and start to climb, I'll use that as an opportunity to shoot my knees forward and achieve this high mount. Then this is my favorite. This is my favorite. Once I have the arm up, this is what I do. I hold the elbow in place. I move my whole body around, and I come through like a snowplow and push his arm right in to this twisting arm control position. And then from here, guys, you know what to do.